This is not the story of a routine flight. This is the story of a man who dedicated 20 years of his life to the same airline, and a dark truth that changed everything for him. Captain James Harris was one of the most respected pilots in the company. Thousands of flight hours, dozens of emergencies, and hundreds of lives. He managed them all with calm and precision. But one day, at a moment he never expected, an email arrived. No warning, no investigation, no explanation. He was fired. In a word, silenced. But why? The truth is, Captain Harris had done something no one dared do. He had prepared an insider whistleblower letter and collected documents of a massive cover-up operation. Hundreds of flight reports, unmaintained aircraft, quietly closed accidents, and documents showing how a company used one man to save its own reputation. The documents, the files, the evidence. But Captain Harris didn't choose to stay silent. He lost his job, his family. He was threatened. But when that file came to light, everything changed. So, who was Captain James Harris? Was he really a hero? Or was it all just a misunderstanding? What does a pilot do when he realizes something isn't right within the company he has dedicated his life to? Does he follow his conscience? Or does he just walk away, leaving the truth buried? Harris had deep knowledge of aviation. He was more than just a pilot. He had decades of experience in this field. But one day, something inside the company caught his attention and shook him to his core. Was everything as it seemed? Could there be hidden dangers within a company that no one else saw? When a man realizes this, what should he do? Risk his career? Or take the moral path no matter the cost? Harris wasn't just flying planes. He was also carrying the weight of a hidden truth. With every flight, he realized the extent of the corruption within the company. The more he saw, the more he knew that the system was wrong. A secret was brewing, and it could destroy everything if it ever came to light. Every document, every report, was evidence of a deep cover-up. Now, as a viewer, you might ask yourself, if you were in his shoes, working for the same company for years, and one day you uncovered a dark secret, what would you do? Would you stay quiet, or would you risk everything to expose it? The files were not just a collection of papers. They were the proof of a flawed system, a system that Harris had discovered, and now he had a choice to make. To expose it all, he had to risk losing everything. The question is, would you have done the same? With each passing day, Harris's burden grew heavier. The threats and pressure from the company increased. But in the end, he decided that the truth had to come out. And when it did, it was a revelation that would shake the foundation of the company. Captain James Harris's story is not just about a man losing his job, but about the greater question we all face. How important is it to speak the truth? In the business world, what's the real cost of keeping quiet? And how far are we willing to go to protect our own interests, even at the expense of others? Harris's life was never the same again. So much was lost. But what was left behind was a man who refused to compromise his morals, a man who understood that speaking up could destroy everything. But it was the right thing to do, and that file, that one document, changed everything. Now the real question remains. If you were in his place, would you risk everything for the truth?